Hello guys, today we'll be going over my 2003 Marine Corps Invasion of Iraq Airsoft loadout / impression. We'll be going from the top down. On my top, I have a standard US Pasket helmet dated 1987 with my DCU cover and tricolor, well technically DCU, that's what many people call it, but it's in tricolor desert. My goggles, I just bought it on some surplus store. You see many guys go out and privately purchase goggles because, quite frankly, the issued SWGGs suck. So, yeah. Plus, I think these look better than the SWDGs. And then I got the sock cover, classic sock cover. You see many guys use the sock covers and, covering up their goggles because in the sunlight they reflect pretty badly. And then I'm not wearing a cat-eye band nor an NVG mount because mostly Marine Corps guys didn't use cat-eye bands unless they had to. I don't know why, just Marine Corps has their things that they do. Then I'm not wearing an NVG mount because unless you're in a specific unit, you most likely wouldn't have been issued an NVG mount. But I have heard that in the Humvee convoys when they're riding into Iraq, the front Humvee in the convoy and the back Humvee in the convoy, all the dudes in there got the NVG mounts, as well as their NVGs. Right here, I just have some ballistic aviator sunglasses. I use Airsoft because I think they look cool and they work. So I got my regular green balaclava. On my IBA system, well, IBA OTV Interceptor vest, it has many names. I have the neck collar, as well as the vest itself, and a groin pad. On my vest, I have 3 two-celled M4 magazine pouches and M81 wooden pattern. I also have 2 M81 wooden grenade pouches. I have an Alice IFAK or individual first aid kit. And instead of the Alice IFAK, you'd also see dudes using privately purchased bags, pouches, as well as 100 round saw pouches. On the left here, I got an Alice canteen cover with a Molly canteen with the NBC cap. And on my back, I have another Alice canteen cover with an Alice canteen, as well as my M81 wooden butt pack. According to a video I watched of a veteran going over his gear, when he served in 2003 during the invasion, they didn't get the Molly canteen covers, and as far as at least he knows, nobody else got Molly canteen covers. They all had Alice. And then I don't have any, but they would use some Molly adapters for their Alice gear, but I'm just using the Alice clips. Now you'd see some of these using tan pouches, but mostly that was like only recon Marines and Army Rangers, more so Special Forces dudes, but you'd see dudes probably purchasing tan pouches because it's better concealment in a desert environment. But mainly what most of everyone had was the stuff in wood and camo. I got my IBA in Coyote Tan. Coyote Tan is something only the Marine Corps used and no one else used, at least during that time. The tan vest or tan / coyote body armor is kind of a Marine Corps thing. Yes, they were used during 2003, but they were not as common as the M81 wooden pattern IBAs. I would have gotten an M81 wooden one, but they were just too expensive, and I found this replica for only $75, and it works pretty good. Let's see. Yeah. On my left right here is my M40 gas mask bag. Fortunately, I do not have any mop gear. But I do have a JS List mop suit lined up for me to get hopefully pretty soon, maybe around Christmas. But the M40 gas mask itself, I'm not sure when I'll be getting one because those things are expensive and somewhat rare, so yeah. With their mop gear, they would wear them during the invasion. Like, they wouldn't wait to put them on. During the initial invasion, they'd just be wearing around their mop suits because Saddam apparently had chemical weapons, but he never used them. But better safe than sorry. The mop suits they had mostly were in M81 Woodland, with very, very rare cases of them having tricolor desert mop suits, but mostly I guess I would have went to more so Special Forces, Recon Marines, Army Ranger, that stuff. And in addition to the mop suits, I would get their boot covers and two-piece mop glove set. And also, on my left, I got my M9 bayonet. It's a replica, not real. Then on my right, I also have my replica K-bar. I've had mixed sources. Some people say that they didn't have the leather shoes by then, and other sources say that they still had them. Probably just depended on the unit, but I only have like the leather one. But I may get a more modern K-bar sheath in the future. My tunic is a DCU tunic in tricolor desert. It's just the same as BDUs, except the material's a bit different, so it's less hot in a desert environment. For my undershirt, I'm wearing a standard olive drab t-shirt. As far as I know, only Marine Corps uses olive drab t-shirts, and all the other branches use tan. So olive drab t-shirts, Coyote, IBA, it's uniquely a Marine Corps thing. And my pants are also DCU pants in tricolor desert. And you see my boots, they are Desert's Mark II boots. They were first introduced in 1991 and during Desert Storm. But they didn't really see widespread use until 2001, invasion of Afghanistan, and then so on until they eventually got replaced. And also during the invasion, you'd see dudes walking around with the standard black boots on somewhat rare occasions, and you would also see dudes wearing Vietnam era jungle boots if they did not have the desert boots. But by 2003, desert boots were mainly the boot that you'd see being worn. My Airsoft rifle, it's mainly for the looks. It's not really that good since it's a Springer. It's a BB-Tac M16A2. M16A2s were the most common during that time, but you'd also see some units starting to have M16A3s as well as M16A4s, and for Recon Marines, some of them would be using M4 carbines. Mostly the main rifle is the M16A2. For some reason, when I bought it on Amazon, it was labeled as an A1, which is not accurate. This is an A2. Thinking sometime in the future, since they don't make any AEG M16A2s, I'd get an M16A1 AEG and fit it with the A2 handguard. There is one M16A2 that's still currently being produced, as far as I know, but it's gas blowback, and I'm not willing to spend $400 on an airsoft gun. At least not until I get a job. So, yeah. That is basically my full impression. It's somewhat simple. Well, not really that simple, my impression is, but if you wanted to set up an impression yourself, it actually would be pretty easy and somewhat cheap to get off the basic stuff. So, yeah. Those more and more people are starting to make Iraq impressions now. For some reason, it started to kick off recently, so, if you want to make an impression, go for it. And hey, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to help. And yeah. If you're wondering, I based my uniform, my impression, off of many sources. I got inspired to do it after watching Generation Kill, like probably most people making these kits. My sources were original video footage, from not only from 2003, but also from Fallujah. Original photos from Google and stuff. It's the best place to get photos. Just search up 2003 Marines and you find a ton. We've also talked to some actual veterans about some specific parts of the gear. And I also watched a video on YouTube of a Marine that served during the invasion going over his gear. So yeah. Ooga booga!